Okie dokie, boomer. Okie dokie, boomer. Hey, what's going on, Chanda?
Dude, you brought your malware with you.
Yeah, I brought my malware. What can I say? I just, you know, I don't know what to tell you, but
damn boomer, you got to bring your malware.
You know what? My wife made me this hat in record time. My wife can put together a hat in like 5 minutes, and with these two little sticks. And I told her I wanted a long tail on it so I could wrap it around my neck. Well, she gave me a long tail so I can go 1, 2, 3 times going around, and then I got bells on it. So
the bells are heavy enough that it'll strangle you, but she'll know where you're at all times, kind of like a cat.
So. She's gonna get a laser pointer out pretty soon and point it at the ceiling. So I what the hell? Kate liked that opening. Excellent refacing. Thank you, Kate.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Oz did a great job.
If you like that, Kate, we have got a treat for you tonight down the road. And with all due respect to Patrick McNee and Diana Rigg, Patrick McNee, that when I was a kid, Chanda, that was the one show that my mom and I used to watch on Thursday night, and it was so racy back in the 60s.
I honestly didn't know what it was.
Yeah, the Avengers.
I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, they didn't start the show till 10 o'clock at night back in the 60s because it was pretty racy back then, you know? So it was really... the
whole 7 words you can't say on television.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that type of shit. You have to play. Well, we play at 3 o'clock in the morning on public access.
Yeah.
Just because we're so racist.
Yeah, you know, we're shout out to Thurston Community.
Yeah, shout out to Thurston.
Yeah, you guys are great. They've got quite a variety of shows throughout the day. They've got religious programming and, other things and stuff. But
please tell me we're backed up to the 700 club.
No, we start.
Damn.
In some parts of the world, we start the day off. So it's Beauty and the Boomer after dark at 3 a.m. in the morning. So you guys, get to bed early, kids, so you can get up and watch the real stuff.
Hey, we know some people get up early to watch us. Shout out to Chris Foster.
Yeah, Chris Foster. He's up under the. I have a picture of Chris Foster with his smartphone underneath the staircase and the little closet thing.
I know. It's hilarious. So hilarious. Hey, chats, how's everybody doing? Everybody's filing in. Good to see. Yeah, it's been a busy day.
Oh God, it has been busy. It's been busy. I gotta give Brother Jimmy and Sister Steph Zamorano a shout out, and Brother Max Blumenthal. They did a killer report on Gates buying the media. If you guys didn't see that, when he cuts it up today, Go check it out because it's something we've been talking about. A lot of us have been talking about forever now.
Yeah.
I mean, Bill Gates is not a good guy, you know.
No, he is a comic book super villain,
Yeah, he
but
is.
they all are. Bezos is,
Yeah, Lex
Elon
Luthor.
is.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
couldn't create better fucking villains in Hollywood than what we have in real life.
oh yeah, it's absolutely insane. You want to shout out the chats while I show up the?
Let's shout out the chats. Let's shout out, hey natural progressive. Since I said it, I'll look at you guys. What's up, Sirius? Shami, Kate. You guys are hanging out there. Thank you. Shout out to everybody else. Okay, how about Roar Media's chat on YouTube? We got Charlie Brown Rebellion, Vast Adams, Jilly Love. Hey, Jilly. Who else is in there? Horny Unicorn. Love that name. Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy Manitalk. What's up? Chris
Jimmy.
Foster. Chris, we were just talking about you. Dingo ate my baby. Hey, Dingo. Raw, cat, Chanda in a cat suit. Yeah, no, this is called the COVID suit. Not a cat suit.
It's crazy. We got CJ and Kate is over on. Kate, you're everywhere. You're everywhere. Fred Edward. Hey, Fred. I hope this key works okay. I burned our key last night on Sister Amber's show. Yeah, I slipped the doohickey and screwed it up. The People's Elbow. People's Elbow. Love that. And Rule Blue. How do you say that? Roulette. It keeps jumping on me. Roulette, boule, roarmedialive. It's God. Yeah. Is this is French burning? Is France burning down? France is burning down.
I don't know, but Vive la France, man.
Vive la France. Yeah.
I heard you and Amber talking about it last night, and I was like, I don't worry about France because those guys know how to fucking rise up. Yeah. They're not content. They get to the streets. We don't.
Yeah, I didn't think who was talking about the was it Jimmy today? They were talking about who's uprising in Germany. Germany. What's up with Germany? Are you taking that shit over there?
Come on. Did you guys learn nothing?
Yeah. What the hell? I mean.
Nothing?
Yeah. And Australia, Austria.
Well, Australia, I don't, for everything that's going down in Australia, do remember that it was populated as a prison colony, right? That's where England sent everybody that was bad. So I got to believe that there's a rebellious spirit still deep in the Australian people. I was thinking about that yesterday as I was watching the history.
Yeah, I wouldn't push it too hard over there because you're right. They do. And everybody has their damn break.
It's an island of criminals, man. Yeah, somebody's going to rise up eventually.
And France isn't going to take a bunch of shit too often. But everything's nuts. No matter where you're at and what they're doing, we can't be mandated to do all this stuff. You have to, you've got to give us the evidence of what works, what doesn't work, then we'll do it. But don't be blocking us in our houses because we're in an open air prison when you do this already. So I just, this is not going to end well.
No,
at
not
all.
All the way around.
At all. So
fair use. Copyright disclaimer.
Yep. And we just showed I'll pop it in here again so everybody can see it. It is satire. Don't take us too seriously, but we get pretty serious, I have to admit.
I try to lighten you up. It's like pulling back the reins.
After this week, especially last night, Sister Amber just about killed me.
Whew.
That was rough, man. Yeah, God, just seeing all the torturing of the animals and
I had to fast forward through that part. I was like, oh no, I can't watch this shit.
No, it's rough, but we need to be aware of what they're doing, and Fauci is the devil.
I'm aware. He is the freaking devil. But I mean, for what he does to puppies, he does to foster babies and orphan babies too, and monkeys, human babies.
Yeah.
Look at what he did with the AIDS testing.
That's horrendous. Horrendous. We've got a pretty big show tonight, so let's
get moving, chugging.
Brother Steve Cutler live. Hey, Jim, what's up, Steve? Where's Lucky at? I don't see Lucky. Do you see Lucky?
I see Lucky.
There's Lucky. Hi, Lucky. Hi, Jilly. Hi, Vic.
I just want to shout out. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't get the chance to check any of my messages today. I've been helping one of my kids move. So if you sent me stuff for the show, I'm sorry. I'll move it to the dive. I promise when I do open mine.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have a good show for the dive tonight too. And again, we appreciate you all. We love you all. Even when you get mad at us, we're not always going to agree on
Hey,
everything.
we're human. We get mad at each other. We disagree. But the thing is we got to stay open-minded and keep communication going.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, how many times have you changed your mind based on something that somebody in the progressive, I don't know, whatever the hell we call it anymore, our liberal bubble has told us? I know my whole, that's what life is. It's learning and, reforming your
opinion. And information changes every day. I'm going to do my best not to cancel anybody unless you're an asshole. And but I'm always open to talk. And I think Sister Fee and Brother P talked about this on their show on Friday, that, hey, some friendships have been pushed to the limit with this whole thing. We hope that we can all reunite back together, because that's what they're doing. Yeah. They're trying to divide us on purpose with all this shit. Intentional, yes. Intentional. So just keep that in mind. Ryan Knight, Fake Progressive Playbook. Loudly voice your support for an upcoming beneficial bill. Stand back.
Be back builder.
Yeah. Biden's bullshit bill. Stand back and watch the bill is gutted by your colleagues. Don't object. Quietly vote for the gutted, useless bill. Offer up bullshit reasons why the bill is a good thing, like an Easter egg. Go back to Twitter and loudly vow to fight for the benefits that were cut from the bill you just voted for. Rinse and repeat. God, that sounds like something you'd say, Chanda.
It's absolutely 100% true. Every fucking bill that has came forward 40 years has been a promise to the American people. We're going to bring you this. We're going to get this. They run on getting elected for these issues. Pramila Jayapal, healthcare for all, a living wage. We knocked on doors. We passed out flyers. We showed up and organized in meetings. So progressives like Pramila Jayapal could roll back anything that was going to fucking help the actual people and then tell us that she had to vote for it. And live to play another day, right?
Yeah, and mind you, we're not changing our tune. You can check our shows all the way back to hell. We're still on the right side of the line, I think, and let us know if we're not. I'm going to say,
I'll let you know if we're not.
What I'm going to say what I said 3-4 years ago, Chanda. What has the Democratic Party or the Republicans done for you?
We're
in the last 4 decades? What have they actually done? And they sing the same damn song. Oh, God, you can't let them have it. Oh, God, they've been tossing the hot potato back and forth. Ryan Knight was really busting it out this week, so we're highlighting Ryan tonight. $14 billion was spent in the 2020 election for president and Congress. Democrats spent $8.4 billion. Republicans spent $5.3. So please stop calling this corrupt political system a democracy. The party takes and spends billions to get power and will never serve the people. When have they served the people, Chanda? Crickets.
I'm not sure. I can't even say for sure, okay, during Eisenhower or during Roosevelt, because I'm not even sure that they served the people then. I think there was enough pressure on them, the elite, the 1%, that they had no choice but to bow to Roosevelt and implement some of this, because they knew it would be the end of capitalism altogether. But now I don't think that, we're in a similar situation, because basically they don't fucking need us. They needed us as their laborers back then. They've got plenty of laborers now, the private prison system, and let's roll out some AI and, transhumanism, and they don't need the bulk of us anymore.
Somebody's been screaming checkmate all week, and I think those who follow these shows know who it was. It is the Great Reset, and it's checkmate, or at least it's checkmate in 6 moves. Did you bring a United spot? Is that me? Is this me?
No, I brought this. This actually got bumped from Monday's show, but I thought it was so good, I actually brought it.
All right, let's listen to the Joker.
Shout out to the United
Joker.
You've spent the last 6 years on the internet arguing. On Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. And guess what? Nothing happened. While you were busy researching old videos so you could prove your point to some Democrat or Republican, while you were arguing back and forth with some troll, you lost sleep. You were stressed out. It changed you. You made the internet your job. Hours and hours and hours staring at a screen, It became a part of you. And you know what? Do you know what? Not one politician was arrested. Not one politician lost their job. Not one politician stopped getting paid. Not one politician was charged with a crime. Nothing happened! We live in a world of division, of illusion, a fairy tale land for many, filled with smoke and mirrors and magic tricks. That's been going on since the beginning of time. You look to the left, and they distract you. You look to the right, and poof! They distract you again. And round we go! Every day is just like the last. Except every day, the politicians become more and more invincible, untouchable, above the law! As soon as you figure it all out, they distract you one more time. You spend your days swirling in confusion, wondering how could this be? But your voice is silenced. You're unable to speak. Your comments are deleted. Your rights no longer exist. And then it hits you. You're all in on it. The people you cheered for, the people you defended, the politicians that promised you so much have been playing you the entire time.
That was the most bipartisan thing they've done, isn't it?
Yeah, for United Spot, I'm finding that they are becoming, everybody is evolving, right? I mean, where we were a year ago, 18 months ago, for many of us is so different than where we were. A lot of us were still inside party politics. We were still on the ground with campaigns and initiatives and, politicians. Of course, we had the Bernie campaign. And so many of us have pivoted so hard with COVID and the lockdowns and the mandates. I almost don't even relate to the person that I think I was 18 months ago.
No, I don't. I know I don't either. I'm trying to find the places that we agree on. I'm pushing the jab stuff,
Yeah,
the jab
me too.
issue out of the way. God damn it. Everybody's pissed off about, take the jab. No, don't. Yeah. I'm pushing that off the plate. I don't even want to go there.
Trump.
Same thing.
Quit bringing Trump up to me. I don't give a shit. He hasn't been in office for a year,
No matter the reality of the situation, it's still being used divisively. They're put there, tearing us apart. Don't let it happen. At least align with where we agree on. Because it's going to take us, and I think Sabrina Salvatore, Savvy Sabs, is coming up here in a few slides. She's going to tell you what you should already know, but it's a good reminder. I brought this meme. I got this from one of our friends. I think it's quite apropos. That's a grim job.
I love that meme. The grim job. At first I didn't know who it was. I'm like, what the? And then I'm like, oh my God, that's Ryan Grimm. That's hilarious.
Yeah, they had Bedhead the other day on the Friday morning show because they had to do it from the because they voted the infrastructure bill or the BBB, and they were, we gotta be out there, and it's like, I'm yawning. Give me a break. Go ahead and read this.
They're pissing on you and telling you it's raining.
Yeah, this is exactly what it is.
My brain literally stops working when this happens. And accept, decline, hold, accept. Yeah. I think everybody freezes at that moment. Like,
Joe, I really want to answer this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just, and this kind of stuff. And then you have this, the other side of the coin. You've got Governor reuses Patriot. Wow, I like this. Are you kidding me? Blue MAGA are 100% delusional. Yes, they are.
Yes, they freaking are. It's so bad. I mean, just the stuff we've witnessed in the last 24 hours. It's like, do you realize how ridiculous you look and you sound? How ridiculous you are acting? I mean, some of those people outside that freaking the protest throwing themselves on the ground and and that's exactly what they want. The media is getting exactly what they want.
I'm not even going to go to the Kyle Rittenhouse.
I know. I barely skirted it too because I don't give a shit. If you're buying into it, you're buying the conquer and divide narrative. I've already told you. I think it's sad. People died.
Yeah, it
was played. Everybody was played, and I'm even pissed at myself for even. I mean, I never looked into that case, but I just took it for face value for what the mainstream was saying. You can't take anything that the mainstream is saying for face fucking value
No, you
at
can't.
all anymore.
Question everything, guys. Everything,
Yeah.
because they've been proven over and over again to be cucks and liars. And I don't say this, and being obtuse or anything. They have been proven over and over again to be cucks and liars. And here's the other thing. They keep getting shown who's financing these fuckers. And we're going to get into that more and more. You got to remember who's paying for the news. One of the big ones today, like I said, was Bill Gates. We're going to go back in time here, still highlighting Ryan Knight's tweets. Barack Obama, when it comes to climate change, we can't afford to go backwards or even stay where we are. If we're going to act on a scale that's required to combat this climate crisis, we all need to step up and meet this moment together. Oh, God, that just reeks of Barack Obama.
That's total cream of bullshit, 100%. I just want to say, screw you, Barack Obama. Screw you, because remember that little clip we had last year where he's taking credit for U.S. and oil gas booms? That was me, people. That was 2018. And you're a fraud, Barack Obama. You stated you sedated us. Yeah, and we knew that was going to happen, just like it is now, but it's not working this time, is it, Chanda? You sedated us for 8 years with platitudes of hope and change, all while you govern for big oil, Wall Street, and the ruling class. Abso-frickin-lutely. I mean, the day after he took office, Citibank's rolling into the White House and running the show. He got his list from Citibank of all the people and we know that because of the WikiLeaks emails, and it matters what's in the fucking emails, just like it matters what's in this diary. How can we never talk about the things that are in these disclosures?
Yeah, I know. And let's get Julian Assange out of hell, please, because he's becoming a martyr. I don't want him to see this poor man be a martyr. We are terrible, and we need to step up and just let's get Julian Assange out of there. What, you brought something from?
This is the New York Times.
The Slimes? Are you kidding me?
Slimes. This is the New York Slimes, and so I have questions. I have so many questions. My first question is why? Why would they run this piece? Once you watch it, it's 2 parts. They're kind of quick. They're going after the Democratic Party. And I don't know. You tell me if you agree with their critique of the Democratic Party.
I think it's smoke and mirrors. Let's take a look. I haven't watched it yet, so
exactly.
I will.
Why would the New York Times?
They're getting paid. It's an angle. It's a hustle, man.
There's a question I've had for a very long time, and it has to do with this map. This is a map of the 18 states in the US where Democrats control the legislative and executive branches, or else have some veto-proof majority in the legislature. Democrats in DC often blame the GOP for foiling their progressive vision.
When middle-class families see their taxes go up, they'll know Republicans are to blame.
But if you zoom into these 18 states, there's effectively no Republicans standing in the way. So my question is, what do Democrats actually do when they have all the power? To answer this question, I teamed up with the Times editorial board writer Binya Applebaum.
Okay, you got my attention.
He's been thinking about and writing books about and reporting on this topic for decades.
I think, Americans tend to view politics as a competition of us versus them. And they tend to think that if they would just get out of the way, then we can do the things that we want to do. There is no them standing in the way. There's just the we of Democrats and their supporters, and they get to decide what policy should look like in those states. And that is an opportunity for them to implement their vision.
For this story, I also delved into this giant document. It is the 2020 Democratic Party platform. If you want to really understand what Democrats say they want, what their vision is for America, it's found inside of this document. This document serves as a guide as we zoom into these states to answer this question. What do Democrats really do when they have all the power?
Nearly 554,000 homeless people from the 25 wealthiest Americans shows they're paying little in income taxes compared to their fortunes, sometimes nothing at all.
We cannot, in good faith, blame the Republican Party when House Democrats have a majority.
There's still very intense segregation happening in all kinds of forms all over this country.
Okay, so let's start with California. To me, California is like the quintessential liberal state. From the state legislature to the whole executive branch to most of the big cities, Dems hold majority control. So what do they do with all this power?
Looking at California, you have to look at housing.
Okay, now wait, listen. When I hear the words housing policy, I tend to sort of doze off, but Binya insists that housing policy and what is happening in California is definitely worth looking at.
You cannot say that you are against inequality in America unless you are willing to have affordable housing built in your neighborhood.
And Democrats completely agree. Here in this document, the word housing is mentioned over 100 times.
The neighborhood where you're born has a huge influence on the rest of your life. Children who are born in neighborhoods with degraded environmental conditions, with a lack of access to high-quality public services, poor schools, poor public transit, are at a permanent disadvantage.
And they even say verbatim, housing in America should be stable, accessible, safe, healthy, energy efficient, and above all, affordable.
Housing is a human right.
Housing is a human right.
The rent is going through the roof. Housing is a human right.
How does California do when it comes to housing?
You know where those signs are when you drive into a state, it says, "Welcome to California"? They might as well replace them with signs that say, "Keep out." Because in California, the cost of housing is so high that for many people, it's simply unaffordable. The state has simply...
Okay, so I know that was a little long, but I had to get some of the narrative in there. And many of us agree with the things that he's talking about, right? What do the Democrats stand for? We know that the wealth disparity between rich and poor is at its greatest in blue states that are ran by majority blues, right? So why? Why is it? So he goes and he grabs the Democratic platform. Now, if you've ever worked on a platform, it starts at your very local county level, your everyday people, your neighbors. You go in and you say, I stand for this. I think everybody should have housing. I think everybody should get free college. And they write up resolutions and you fight with everybody. And finally you vote, you get your resolutions passed, and then it'll go to the platform committee and they'll write up a plank, and then that'll go to your county convention and they'll vote on it, and so on. It moves its way up to the state party, which really... that's where stuff really gets watered down, is at the state level, because I find the county level, everybody wants to help everybody else. You know, we pay our taxes so we can take care of our neighbors and our communities. And so many people at that level are want these things and are willing. So they pretty much have a convention, once every couple of years, and they write these damn platforms, and they don't mean anything. They absolutely nothing. I mean, we have said that everybody deserves Medicare for all and ours for like 20 fucking years. But when it comes down to our elected representatives from that party actually fighting for the things in the Democratic platform, they never fight for them. It's not a mandate. You don't have to hold them to their own individual thoughts and wants, can go against anything that the platform says. So he goes through the platform and he breaks down all the different planks and he looks at what's going on. And okay, so Democrats are guilty of, this, and this. Why? Why is the New York Times running this type of opinion? This is the reason I bring this is because we have to start being able to spot the narrative and weed out the fucking bullshit. And this, for as much as I agree with what he's saying, it's bullshit because it's coming from the mainstream narrative.
I think this is a case of the main shit media throwing crumbs that we want to see out there. Because if you want to compare how many of these kinds of op-eds there are versus the mind-bending bullshit op-eds, there's like one of these and 200, 300, 400 of the other horseshit ones. And that's the kind of shit that Bill Gates is paying for. Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos, Lex Luthor, and all of them. They are paying for it. We have another cut of this, right?
Yeah, so this will just finish it up.
Okay, let's finish it up. It's good. It's good, but it doesn't mean a lot when they only do it once every 3 years.
Well, and to co-opt the energy, right?
Yeah.
Let me be clear about something. In blue states, progress is being made, albeit slowly. For instance, a few weeks ago, California finally passed a law that gets rid of single-family zoning. It's a small step in the right direction. And in many cases, blue states provide more and better public services, and historically have given better chances to low-income families to climb the economic ladder. But for some of these foundational democratic values of housing equality, progressive taxation, and education equality, Democrats don't actually embody their values very well.
We're talking, once again, about a system that's been rigged.
Republicans today
are to blame.
What we're talking about here is that blue states are the problem. Blue states are where the housing crisis is located. Blue states are where the disparities in education funding are the most dramatic. Blue states are the places where tens of thousands of homeless people are living on the streets. Blue states are the places where economic inequality is increasing most quickly in this country. This is not a problem of not doing well enough. It is a situation where the blue states are the problem.
Affluent liberals tend to be really good at showing up to the marches and talking about how they love equality. They're really good at putting signs in their lawns saying that all are welcome here. But by their actions, what they're actually saying is, yes, we believe in these ideals, just not in my backyard.
We are not living our values. People who live in blue states, people who profess liberal values, you need to look in the mirror and need to understand that they are not taking the actions that are consistent with those values, not just incidentally, not just in small areas, but that some of the most important policy choices. We are denying people the opportunity to prosper and to thrive and to build better lives, and it is happening in places where Democrats control the levers of policy.
So we need you to go back into the Democratic Party and take it over, basically, is what I take away from that.
Yeah. Vote your way. Vote harder.
We know the blue states are the problem. We know the Democrats are the problem. New York Times, where is the solution?
Yeah. What was the date on when did this come out? Do you know?
I don't know.
This has to be pretty recent.
Well, I would think, with the whole since the loss. Look, I would think that they would be jumping all over it.
The 9th.
The 9th.
Yeah, I mean, really, and Steve Cutler. Yeah, the Hill's doing the same thing, and even Breaking Points is doing similar things too.
I can't even watch Crystal anymore. I mean, I barely stomach Crystal as it was, but anymore I don't.
Yeah, and a lot of people like her still. And you know what?
She's turning into Rachel Maddow of the progressives.
I'm actually liking Kim Iverson better than Rachel Maddow.
Me too. So, Me too. I'm watching a lot more Kim.
And that swung the other way. Yeah, Steve, the Hill sucks. They're corporate. A lot of them. So again, that's it's a good article. You got to think about what and the reasoning behind this. They want you to go in, infiltrate the Democratic Party, and accomplish nothing. That'll keep you busy. It'll keep you from uniting.
And it keeps you in the party. It keeps you donating your time, energy, and money, and that's what keeps that goddamn party alive.
Yeah, and that party needs to go, just like the Republicans, both of them. Yeah. Those two parties are public enemies, number one.
They're the same party.
They're the same damn party.
Two wings of the same bird.
And anybody wants to argue with that, set up a meeting. Let's have the throwdown here. What do we have here? You got your.
I've lived through 5 years of DEM meetings, and believe
Jesus
me,
Christ, no kidding.
I can handle anything. This is a reminder of how we got where we are.
Oh shit! Is this long? I'm going to need a bucket or a bag?
No, it's only a minute 40.
All right.
This is really your victory. This is really your night. I may become the first woman president.
You know what? Yeah. To be sure, we could have put Trump's picture in there too.
Yeah, we could have. Absolutely.
Could be
we
Trump
could
in
have.
there. Same.
But let's remind, I want to remind people that we are in this exact moment in history, in time, because of the actions or the inactions that happened so long ago. You know, the DNC leaks, emails, WikiLeaks, everything that happened in 2016, all of the rigging, none of it getting called out. The media was so corrupt and dirty. Had there just been some fucking truth, we wouldn't be at this exact moment, I don't think.
I don't think so either. I don't think it'd be great, but it wouldn't be this, where we're getting ready to be screwed, permanently screwed, which some say we already are. Again, you know, people criticize us. Oh, you don't go after Trump. You go after the Democrats. Oh, fuck off. You know what? You could put any politician in this framework and it'll work because it's true. Yeah. So anyway, moving right along. I don't want to get hung up on that before I puke my guts up again. How do you like this little award I found up in the corner here? The Cedar Peters. The Cedar Peters. Smugnerant. It's called the Cedar Peter Smugnerant Award, and boy, they nailed it.
That needs to move over to the dive on the Wall of Shame.
Yeah, it does.
Be the award for that.
Absolutely. And we need to put the Grim Job over there too. What did you bring this? What, Beto O'Rourke is running for what? Ice cream salesman or what?
Right. Whatever you'll give him. Jesus. Whatever they'll give him.
What is the logic behind this asshole running? Do you know?
Can't have Matthew McConaughey winning. I don't know.
If I was McConaughey, I'd jump in right now just because of this jerk face.
Oh, McConaughey knows he'd win. I think he knows that.
Yeah, but he wants to be in the club and get invited over to George Clooney's house for dinner, right? So.
Well, he's got an espresso, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. Who's this? Is this? I know this lady.
Yeah.
Who is that? That's the girl.
Biden administration's.
She used to work for Bernie way back when, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
All right, just to pull the lever. Is that what you want me to do?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
That's awesome. On the OSHA rule, what is the threshold in order for a private business to be fined? I'm still unclear on that. How many violations can a business how many times can they violate this rule in order for them to actually be fined? And then secondly, has the White House been reaching out as well, I don't know, in the past couple of days, today, to governors as well, either encouraging them to implement their own mandates or on implementation of this mandate, and then just one on immigration after that?
Gotcha. So the goal here is compliance, and the administration and OSHA are going to do everything we can to maximize compliance. So that's going to be our focus. The vast majority of employers, as they do every day with other workplace safety requirements, will voluntarily comply without ever being inspected. However, if needed, OSHA can assess fines of $13,600 per violation. OSHA can fine an additional $13,600 per day that an employer does not abate the violation. And for willful or serious violation, OSHA can fine employers $136,000. So that's how the penalty is going to work here. So the goal here is compliance.
Whoa, hey.
Yeah, you say that's Jen Psaki's assistant. It's not.
I think it's Jen Psaki's
not the same lady I thought it was. So yeah, Jen Psaki.
Well, their
Biden
goal
staffer.
is compliance. You know, she had to say it over and over and over: compliance. But what is the punishment for the violations? It's a violation.
Yeah, I think
find the fuck out of.
I think a judge has this on hold right now. Is what I read this morning. I don't think
Some of it, a lot of it's still in place across the federal, and there's still some pockets that aren't under that temporary hold.
Yeah, I don't think this either way. This is not going to work out well because they're
I hope they fucked up by using the OSHA. I really hope that's what comes back to bite their ass.
This is a way bad way to roll, in my opinion, as far as enforcing anything. I want to make a statement here. You see our little graphic down here, the deer doing
John Deere.
Yeah, John Deere. I don't trust this deal that they made. I'm staying open to listening to it, but it was on Good Morning America. Oh, they made such a great deal, and 10%. I think even Sister Sabs liked it, or what she heard, and I think Jimmy and Steph even talked about it today. I don't trust these multinational corporations for shit, and I can't believe 100%. That I'm hearing what I'm hearing. I don't believe it for a second, but we'll see. I hope it worked out for them, because is that the UAW, the United Auto Workers? That's a labor organization. That's not necessarily a union so much, but I'm apprehensive about this. So just if it comes back,
don't get your bells all in a tizzy.
Yeah, I know, but I just want to call it and just say, if it comes back where I'm wrong, great. Hey, Oz, you were wrong. Oh, good, thanks.
No, I agree with you. I never trust this shit as far as I can throw it. So I agree.
Yeah. What do you got here? Did I do this?
Yeah, it must be yours. I'm looking at it because.
But if I was wearing a mask, you wouldn't see my smug, condescending expression. Jen Psaki just tested positive. I guess I did do this. Does that mean your mask mandates don't work? Does that mean she's been occasionally disregarding her own mask standards? Whatever. Whatever. I think it's.
Yeah, I'll save it for Monday night's dive when we go to Rockfin only, where we can talk like grown-ups.
Yeah, I guess that would be it. My wife and I wear masks just to be courteous to those who have different opinions than we do.
You know what I did with my mask today? It's so awesome. Lucky, I love you. I turned my mask zipper bag into my weed bag. So now I can put my pipe in my bag that Lucky made me.
Oh, that's
and it's got a little wrist holder and everything.
Right on.
Thank
Good
you,
job.
Lucky.
That's being permaculture too, I think. What's Jimmy doing here? Is Jimmy who took the jab?
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm so glad. I felt like we lost Jimmy there for a while. I mean, after Force the Vote, he did such a great job with Force the Vote, and then everybody was so eager to get things back to normal, so everybody could get back out on the road and to life and stuff. But then when he came out swinging and the way they attacked him, he's just been killing it ever since. Just like I love he's swinging hard again.
I know he's been getting pummeled on this Rittenhouse thing, but that's another one.
No, he did a huge service for fucking the truth.
Yeah. Well,
stand at the truth,
again, I'm gonna say, when you bring a gun into any situation, you're inviting somebody to get killed, and that's wrong. And that kid, I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to get into it. Here we go.
Now, this is a story about what they're doing in Europe, in Austria and Greece specifically with COVID. It's crazy, and I'm going to get to it in just a second, but I want to give you just a little bit of background so everybody understands what's going on. Okay. Well, look at all this paper I got. So people are operating under the idea that vaccines are going to end COVID. They're never going to end COVID. COVID's never going to end. It's never going to go away. And the vaccines do not stop the transmission of the Delta variant, which is the dominant variant in the United States. So like 90% of the people getting sick now in the United States are from the Delta variant. And as the CDC director said, COVID-19 vaccines no longer prevent transmission. CDC director says, that's right from CNN's Lauren McEntire. That's what she said. That's the head of the CDC. COVID-19 vaccines no longer prevent transmission. Also, this is Biden's director of COVID response. He informs us that that the SARS-CoV-2 will be so contagious that everyone will get the virus. He did a whole long Twitter thread. I clipped the part that's important, and this is the part that's important. Given Delta's contagiousness and the fitness of future mutations in order to beat it, this means SARS-CoV-2 too will be contagious enough that everyone will get the virus. So you're going to get the virus no matter what. And vaccines don't stop transmission. But vaccines will lessen the severity of the disease you get when you get COVID. So that's what they're saying about vaccines now. They're not saying they prevent transmission. They're not saying they prevent you from getting it. They're saying they just lessen your symptoms if you get it. That's what it does. It prevents you from serious illness or hospitalization, but you're going to get it. So you're going to get it from an unvaxxed person or you're going to get it from a vaxxed person. You're going to get it. Who do you care if you get it from? So and vaccines do not stop the transmission or from you getting it. So that's the things that people can't wrap their head around anymore. So that's what leads me to this. Oh, by the way, and here it is. Vaccinated people are just as likely as unvaccinated people to spread the Delta variant to contacts in their household. A year-long study found. That's a year-long study. Okay? Just as likely to spread the virus as unvaccinated people. There you go. And so what are they doing in Austria? Well, on Monday, Austrian authorities placed approximately 2 million unvaccinated residents in lockdown, allowing them to leave home only for work or health-related reasons or shopping. So basically, the big 3 reasons why you leave your fucking house. What's the other reason? To go to crime and a wedding? What else would you leave your house for? But here's a video they put together. I want to play it for you.
Austria has imposed a lockdown on people unvaccinated against the coronavirus. Its conservative-led government said that from Monday...
Let me just back this up, because I just want to let you know. So, because people say Jimmy is always misinforming people about COVID. Where am I getting my misinformation from? The CDC director and Biden's COVID director for COVID response.
Yeah, Jimmy is just killing it, getting it out of the park with truth. And they could call him a smearist.
Oh, they're calling him an anti-vaxxer. And he took the jab. He had both jabs. I don't know if he had his booster yet. I don't care. That's his personal business. But what he's doing, and people are misquoting him. He just read it from where he got it, and he's just passing this information around. Now, the person that was spreading this information was Mr. Grimjob the other day. I watched that, and he was saying he got it so he wouldn't spread it. I'm going to have to go back and look at it. So to me, Jimmy is obviously quoting the right officials on this thing. And maybe some take the connotation that he's against it. Well, maybe he is. Maybe he has reason to. I don't know. But I'm glad that you brought that just to clear that up. I don't want to argue with people on it because
reiterate.
Yeah.
And he's right. You will get it. Everybody will get it. My daughter has it right now and her boyfriend, my neighbor has it. I mean, it's all around me now.
Yeah.
It's just as common as I've got the flu because they don't do shit. If you test positive, you go to the hospital, well, you can go get put on a vent or you can go home and take some vitamin C is basically what we've been told for the last 18
Well, I
months.
hear some of these drug companies that are funded by Bill Gates and
Bill Gates, and because they've lied about the I word for so fucking long, they finally managed to manufacture it one ingredient off, and now we got Pfizer-mectin. Right?
Yeah, we will continue to vet that. If anybody has information to the contrary, let us know. We are always.
Jimmy brought Dr. John Campbell, and just totally fucking annihilated it. Showed the science of how it's the same damn thing.
Well, they're trying to discredit Campbell, and
I have been with Campbell since the very beginning of this. Since December of 2019, I followed Campbell and his COVID breakdowns and analysis, and they are some of the smartest I've found in the fucking world.
I'll take any information from anybody of authority on the subject. I don't care who they are or where they're at on the whole thing. I want to hear it all. So I can discern this information. I don't want all this information from doctors who have contrary positions censored. Whether you're for or against, I want all the information. Okay? It's not a goddamn club. It's a pandemic. So let's have the information out there and knock off the bullshit. So we're going to be short-staffed forever. So if you could just work yourself to death, that'd be great. And that is what they have done for decades, and I think people are done doing that. You brought the Dan Price here. I brought the cover, buffalo hunting, and I see Joe Rogan has torn buffalo head Cenk Uygur's leg off. The guy, Cenk Uygur's got something mentally wrong with him, in
He
my
does.
opinion. He's a narcissistic prick. So, Dan Price, you want to read this? What is
He
it?
wants to legalize bestiality. So Dan says 52% of young adults now live with their parents, the highest rate ever, surpassing even the Great Depression. The most educated and most in-debt generation in history did everything they were supposed to do and got this. The system does not work.
Yeah,
You know how much better I can read when I have my glasses
No,
on?
I'm glad. You look good with your glasses. You should wear your glasses. That's why I got these. I can actually see without my corneas being burned out
My
by
ring
15
lights
screens.
bounce off the lenses.
Oh, they
that's
do.
why I
Well,
don't.
that makes you look like
I
an
get-
alien. Yeah.
I get big round.
Yeah, people pay big money for that, on contact lenses. We need to switch it up, lighten it up a little bit. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. It's great to see you. And Chanda and Oz love having our chats and being involved in our chats. We've got a pretty big show tonight, so that's why I'm not sticking my 2 cents in the chat
Yeah,
so much.
no, well, we've got lag anyways. The chat seems to be about a minute and a half behind us.
Yeah, they're slowing us down. Well, Chanda got on her lioness suit, and she went to a board meeting the other day, and it was one of those simple cocktail meetings, but she disagreed with the waiter on her drink, and I just wanted to show that.
It happened.
I can touch you.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. I've seen Chanda get that pissed off. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do
No, you don't.
You don't want to do that. No, no.
They say the truth is like a lioness. Set her free and she'll defend herself.
Yeah, and I don't know if that was a lioness or a boy, but the idea was there. It was. I've seen her lose her shit, and I've done similar things recently myself. But with everything happening, we're all a little stressed. We need to calm down and have a little fun. You brought this. This is Thomas Sowell.
Thomas Sowell, Sowell. Too many journalists see their work as an opportunity to promote their own pet political notions rather than a responsibility to inform the public and let their readers and viewers decide for themselves. Yeah. Remember that, journalists out there.
Yeah. Are there journalists? Oh, there's independent journalists out there like Max Blumenthal and the Combo Couch and so many others that actually get out in the street and do stuff. That's great. What do we have here?
Did you bring this?
Nope.
Oh, okay. So it says, this isn't a prediction, it's a threat. And it says, RT News, Amazon, Bezos predicts only a limited number of people will get to remain on Earth. Humanity will move more industries into space and allow only a select few to remain on our planet, which will be turned into a natural resort, according to self-funded space entrepreneur Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, and I see. So
this will be their resort.
Well, you know what happened to Blockbuster? They did a little bit of overreach, and they are no more. That outfit was so poorly run, I can't tell you. I mean, they'd send you into collections if you owed them $13 in back fees.
Yeah,
So-
I owned a video store, and I went head to head with Blockbuster. Actually, Hollywood Video is what killed my store. But in 1999, which was the best year to own a video store in history, and I owned one.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Are you a millionaires because of it?
No. Are you kidding? They were small mom and pops. Corporate America rolled in during the mid 90s and late 90s and just pummeled the small mom and pops in every town. And yeah, I got beat out by, Hollywood Video, which
Hollywood
corporate, it would cost me $130 to buy a new release back then. And they could get, unlimited copies. So yeah.
You know what,
it is it is.
Hollywood Video, I tried to get just a part-time job to supplement my paper route and my burger flipping job and my janitor job, but it didn't work out. But you know what? Back in 1999, they were offering $7.50 an hour.
Yeah, that would make sense because I think I made like 8, and then as a manager I was making probably 10.
I was making good money back in the 70s and 80s.
That was good money.
I was making like $12-13 an hour back in 1980. And that was 90. This was 97, and they're still doing this. We're gonna punk Amazon and their fucked up commercial for $15 an hour on Monday. I hope that should be fun.
That's gonna be fun.
That should
I
be
hate
fun.
that commercial.
I've been getting that Amazon and that Meta commercial, that that Facebook Meta. Is that what they call that bullshit? I've got some in-depth reporting on that myself. What's in the Build Back Better bill, Chanda? Affordable child care. Yeah, affordable child care, child tax credit. $270 billion, $190 billion, paid family medical leave. Oh, that's good. $205 billion. Universal pre-kindergarten. Well, let me see. 300, 500, 700, $800 billion for the kids. Okay, just at a quick glance. Right. Okay, so environment, we're going to clean energy and climate resilience. I don't know what the fuck that means. And climate-related tax breaks. $325 billion. So you've got $600 billion here. We're working our way up to that $1.75 trillion right now. Right. And down here we've got raised state and local tax deduction cap, $275 billion. What is that the SALT tax?
That's the SALT tax.
That's the SALT tax.
That's the giveaway to the rich.
So that's the giveaway tax. So they're giving $300 billion to the wealthy. To the wealthiest people, as usual. So I think this was what pushed that bill through the hardest right there.
It absolutely is what pushed that bill through.
Yeah, and then you've got affordable housing, $175 billion.
That's it. Affordable housing. We have a housing crisis in this country, state to state to state. There is no affordable housing, and that's what they throw out.
There is no affordable housing, and that would be lapped up like... a dog with a 20-foot tongue, gone. Immigration reform, $110 billion. What does that mean? Give ICE more money? Is that what that means?
Get some more foil blankets. Yeah. Some more helicopters and border security.
They're going to build bigger walls. Affordable care. This one threw me. Affordable Care Act, premium tax credits. What does that do?
What's a premium tax credit?
I have no idea. It doesn't help us. Medicaid home and community-based services. I don't know what the hell that means either.
But that ain't shit compared to what should be thrown at Medicaid and Medicare.
Yeah.
And,
look at this. Okay, you've got $120 billion, $150 billion for those two things. Right. Now, that doesn't even add up, or it comes close to the $275 billion tax cut. So right there... Yeah. They could have paid for that program and maybe one of these other, and this other thing.
Yeah, the other blew my mind.
There 260, another $300 billion. Is that like paying somebody off?
What's a bill? Yeah, what's a bill?
This is from the Washington Post. If you want to look it up, just search what's back in the better bill. It was pretty good, but I don't trust those fuckers either. But you guys see where I'm coming from? Now, I think the only thing that's going to help the seniors here is the Medicaid home at seniors and disabled, home and community-based services. I think that's going to be transportation and hospice services and things like that. So
I hope so. They're needed so bad.
Yeah, and I would say they probably need 500 to $1 trillion in that, but that's not going to happen, is it? Anyway, I'm highly, highly critical of this, and those out there toting this thing should rethink what they're doing about this, because they cut most of the one stuff out of it that would really do everybody some good, whereas that's just targeted good for a few demographics of the public. This is a SALT tax that is in this. This is going to allow them to write off even more. I think it went from 10,000 that they could write off to 80,000. So that's a pretty big tax break for the rich. And that came from the Democrats, by the way. So it's not always the Republicans that throw the tax cuts in there. This is a donor handout. End of story.
Thank you, Chucky.
Thank you, Chucky. This is once again. But then we go over here. This made me want to puke. I'm sure all of our people saw this the other day. This is Build Back Better and Comrade Misty Putin. Comrade Misty Putin, a little harsh, Comrade Misty Putin. I agree with you.
We're gonna build back better.
Couldn't have done that better. Yeah.
Really?
That's-
Are you fucking kidding me? We worked our asses off at the grassroots level to get these people, the squad, there to push back against the mainstream Dems that had control of the party, and they're out there dancing with the Build Back Better bill.
Yeah, and that was a setup shot for whatever reason, just like Cory Bush and AOC dancing when they got the housing thing restricted for 2 weeks, and then everybody got fucked 2 weeks later.
And then
So-
everybody forgot about it,
Yeah.
quit talking about it,
Yeah,
and
they-
people's rent still hasn't been fucking paid.
Yeah, that still hasn't been paid. So it's all performative bullshit. And, you know, if I was an advisor to Omar, I would have never got into that shot. Maybe she didn't have a choice. I don't know.
When you sell your soul, you do what they tell you.
I want to give a very big shout out to Sister Sabrina Salvati, Sabby Sabs. She is killing it. And if you haven't caught her show, she comes on about, 4:00 Pacific, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then she has a show of FHL on Thursday. But Sabby said, I was telling Chanda during the show, sounds like Chanda talking every time I hear Sabby. So it's nice.
I love Sab.
It's Sabby's great. Kudos to her. But Sabby makes a point here, and we need to remember what she says here because she knocks it out of the park. It's just the facts. Just the facts.
Just the facts.
There were white people in the civil rights movement too. You need to have a large number of people. I'm just going to be real with you. Can't just be like 100 people to create a movement in this country. Hell, Barack Obama just told kids at the climate summit that if you want the government to do something when it comes to climate reform, you're going to have to put pressure on them. Now, he took that a step further and said, do it by voting. I disagree with that. I don't think that is going to make a difference. I think you have to hit the streets. I think that's how you have to do it. Let's be real. Voting didn't help with the civil rights movement. They hit the streets. But he still basically told you that nothing's going to be done without pressure. That nothing's going to be done. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? And I'm not saying praise Barack Obama. I have my issues with him still. And I wish he would go away. I'm tired of him popping up every time I turn around. I'm like, dude, will you just stay at Martha's Vineyard and leave us alone? Wear your mom jeans.
He does wear mom jeans. Yeah, she's so on point. And she's absolutely right. Any real change we've seen has never came from, voting these assholes.
When has electoral politics yielded real fruit that's benefited the public and, for that matter, foreign policy in such a way that we haven't become the imperialist monster we have? Never. So electoral politics, and I'll argue with Shahid Buttar all day long because he's still singing that song. I submit to all of you, if you run as a Democrat or Republican, you are part of the problem. You are part of the corruption because you're playing their damn shell game. Chanda worked for years. They got control of their district. The Democrats, the state party, came in and turned the lights out and took the keys. So you cannot reform the Democratic Party. I doubtful you can reform the Republican Party, but they did do some reforming with the Tea Party, not necessarily in the best way, but they did it. So I'm just that's my thing. We had again today. Jimmy had an out of the park show with Max Blumenthal. And it was.
Oh, you did clip some of this.
I did clip some of this. Sorry, Jimmy, I clipped it before you released it, but kudos, Jimmy Dore Show, Steph Zamorano. I love you, Steph. She makes me laugh. Steph. I engineered for Steph. I think it was KRTD.
Oh, big time! Look at you, big time.
Yeah, no, it was nice. It was big time. I did it for KRTD. They needed some help a while back. But
shout out to Shane
at KRTD, and he interviewed you that same week, and I got to engineer that. I'm going to tell you, Steph Zamorano is the most polite lady in that venue that I've worked with yet, I think, other than, the other ladies that I work with on a daily basis.
Yeah, you can't say I'm
I gotta watch that. It's like saying, "Oh, her cooking's the best." Oh, I'm gonna get the shit
right.
beat out of me by everybody, all the ladies at Roar. But anyway, this was clipped today. You gotta watch it because it exposes Bill Gates, who's been exposed time and time again. But we have to start listening.
Farmer Bill.
We have to start listening. And here we go. This is a great clip, I think. But there's so much in this. Watch it as soon as Jimmy clips it. Gets it out there. Give it a watch. And I don't have my lips on Jimmy's ass. I have my lips on the issues. And that's what's most important. Everybody think about it.
It's just because he looks like a nerd. He looks look, he's got a sweater on. How could he possibly be nefarious? The guy is a monster and a monopolist, and he'll crush you.
I've been saying the whole pandemic is like Revenge of the Nerds, except the nerds are the bullies and they're not fighting the system. And they'll never let this go. They'll never let this moment go until they can move on to another crisis. So we see Bill Gates warning about a smallpox attack.
Oh, yes.
and then strangely, some smallpox vials are found. I'm not saying this is connected to Bill Gates, but they're marked. I think they have Merck labels on them, and he owns a ton of shares in Merck. But I'm not saying it's a Bill Gates conspiracy. But when Bill Gates speaks and warns of a crisis, we have to actually pay attention and brace ourselves.
Man, just think about all that power that money brings him. And he figured it out. You're right. I remember he got pied in the face in the 90s. I've seen that video. I remember when public opinion was turning against him, and then he got smart and just decided to buy the media. That's exactly what Big Pharma does. That's exactly what Wall Street does. That's exactly what the military-industrial complex does. They buy the media, which is why I have a show that's popular and why the gray zone exists, right? Because we're not bought media. It's amazing. This is amazing.
Yeah. By the way, PolitiFact has published a piece. There's no evidence linking Bill Gates to the vials labeled smallpox found at Merck lab freezer. But who funds PolitiFact at the Poynter Institute? Bill Gates. So it's like, yeah, I'm sure Bill Gates wasn't like. I mean, I'm not sure. But I don't believe that Bill Gates. I don't have any evidence Bill Gates is behind these vials. But nobody's going to believe that if they know that Bill Gates funds the fact checker that exists solely to defend Bill Gates and every other establishment narrative. Like, even if they can't correct the fact, they'll introduce a fact check, which you'll find on the right side of your Twitter timeline. Insufficient context for this quote that makes Fauci look bad.
Yeah, they own the fact checkers. Everybody, you know that. That's nothing new. These fact checkers. I remember when Dick Cheney cited PolitiFact on something back when that reign was going on, and they got torn to shreds. It was wrong.
One of the four horsemen of the apocalypse.
Yeah, we're working on that one too. That's going to be fun. This man couldn't even make Windows stay free from viruses, and you want to trust a vaccine from him? I mean, whatever. I know that's really not the context, but the money behind him.
Follow the money.
Follow the money. That's what the context is. The guy is buying up farmland like there's right and left. Are we going to be able to eat? Or do we have to go to Daddy Bill to get
No,
food?
don't worry about it. Daddy Bill can print you out some steaks.
He can print me some 3D steaks using that green shit. What the hell is...
Oh, no, they got pink stuff now. They'll even put some white in there.
They've always had pink stuff. That's what they make McNuggets
I know, pink slime.
What the hell is this?
So national news, the CDC says a traveler returned home from Nigeria with monkeypox. Right now, they're looking for the other passengers from the same flight.
Oh, monkeypox.
So monkeypox case confirmed in Maryland?
Maryland, yeah. That's Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah. This is, it's just news. That's all that is. The CDC, monkeypox.
Just a quinky-dinks. I mean, we're talking about all these different poxes that they're playing with, but they don't biologically engineer stuff.
No, it's the toxicity, I believe, that's breaking down our immune systems. And Sister Amber could jump in here. We have a friend in our social media realm that's got skin cancer, and he's gone in several times to have that worked on it. It was horrific, and my heart goes out. I'm not going to mention his name, but I hope for the best. It's just horrible what this does, and it's because of the chemical cartel, like Sister Amber's talking about all the time on Brave New Future, Friday nights at 7 p.m.
Or Pasta and I are talking about On to Hell and Back.
On to Hell and Back.
The
Same
frickin'
thing.
Same fucking thing.
Same thing. I found this meme today on one of our things, and who's that guy up in the corner there?
Hey.
He reminds me of somebody or a composite. Yeah. But this is our healthcare system. Get him. He's trying to leave without paying. And I think the moral to the story here is this is no shit. Because when you die, you leave your bills to your family because you're underinsured or not insured at all, and they will take everything you have.
And they do. They do. I wrote on one of my mom's hospital bills that just came, "She's dead, you blood-sucking leeches." And I put it in the return envelope and I sent it to them.
Yeah, everybody should be doing that, and they should be doing more than that. We cannot have, I've been saying this for decades, the for-profit medical insurance scam in this country is criminal. It's heartless. It's not humanitarian, and it needs to stop. We need universal, fully funded health care for everybody. End of story.
They're not giving you health care, but they care greatly about your health. That's why they're offering you this free jab, because they care about your health.
Yeah, well, let's I've heard this said, and I know that certain other people have said it. If we had universal health care right now during this pandemic, there would be a lot of people alive, hundreds of thousands of people.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
That's
including, I believe, my mother, because she would have got the testing that she needed. Being in the Medicare Part D donut hole kept her away from having important testing done that she would have done, because she had huge copays out of pocket. And that's just a fucking shame that we're doing that to our working seniors. My mom worked her whole entire life. She paid in her whole entire life. And what'd she get out of it? She got nothing.
Well, this country's always treated seniors like shit, and the general public like shit. Japan is probably, they treat their seniors the best in the world in Japan.
I was watching Japan earlier. I've been obsessed with Japan lately. I actually think it's probably one of the better places.
Yeah, it is, except they don't know how to handle the Fukushima disaster, which is ultimately going to kill us all.
That is a major problem, man. They have a lot of earthquakes there. So this is a quick message from El Chapo. It doesn't matter how many times you feel trapped. There's always a way out. Don't give up.
Well, that's better advice than we get from most.
But that didn't actually help him in the end, right? No, isn't he in an American prison now?
Shit, I don't know where he. For all I know, he's having cocktails down in Belize with Epstein. Follow the money is much wiser advice than follow the science. You know what? Everything. Follow the science. Follow the money. Follow everything. And I know some of you have poo-pooed the patents, but it's kind of weird that these patents for these things have been around so long and they're now popping up. So I think there's a good discussion to be had there. Whether we differ or not on the opinion on those things, following the money, following the science, you can't just let your guard down on any of this shit. Be smart. You guys are smart. Think for yourself. Critical thinking. Use it. No matter where you're at. What do we got here? You brought this. I didn't bring this.
Let me get up there. I was rearranging the deck. You caught me. I was messing with the deck.
That's all right. You can mess with it.
Okay, so here we are. It says, funny how people act like it's so shocking and awful when poor people in faraway countries turn to terrorism just because an occupying army destroyed their homes and killed their family. But when they watch Star Wars, they still recognize that Luke Skywalker is a good guy.
Yeah. It's funny how that works. And you're going to speak more of that about our local communities with homeless here in a little bit. We've got Governor Kate Brown. I used to think she was something until I figured out, she's a shit lib. But here's her with her mask from back when the pandemic started. She's upscaled her mask a little bit. Now it's a snow globe with flowers around it. In case you were concerned about government leaders not taking our health seriously, I present Governor of Oregon. Nothing says protection from a deadly virus like the pampas and the snow globes. Pom-poms and snow globes. So yeah, that's really, I don't know if that's a put up or not, but I thought it was kind of like, take a break, have a laugh. You brought this right here. What is this all about?
This is creepy. This is a what the actual fuck. So apparently there's a climate change is creating many different plagues. And this is just one that we saw this week of scorpions.
Oh, I read this story. I was going to send it to you. You must be reading my mind. Get out of my mind.
Get out of my mind.
Get out of my mind. Okay, here we go.
Read stories on the BBC News website this morning. It comes from Egypt.
The news may sound like the story of a biblical plague, but it has a modern explanation. Climate change. The rains in Aswan have been the heaviest in 7 years.
Heavy thunderstorms unleash flooding, mudslides, and scorpions. This is in Egypt. Listen to this. 453 people were stung and 3 people died.
500 people getting stung by scorpions. This happened in Aswan, the largest city in southern Egypt.
Egyptians are drawing all sorts of parallels. They're comparing it with biblical plagues.
Last week, the city was hit by a fierce storm. There was heavy rain, thunder, and flash floods. It sent the people of Aswan scurrying for dry land from their mud brick houses. Awaiting them at home were some deadly guests. Hundreds, if not thousands, of fat-tailed scorpions with their tails full of toxic venom. They'd been swept from their desert burrows by the rains. They burst into homes through cracks in the walls. But 503 bites in one night is unheard of.
I would freak out.
No, no thanks. You don't want scorpion soup.
That's just creepy. That's scary, man.
Is that like the plagues are coming, or what? Is that biblical stuff?
It's biblical for
this
sure.
happens. I know we've had locusts every 7 years and things like that. Now you get scorpions, and I don't like spiders and snakes. So there was some good news Friday, and our sister Fee popped it out there. What is this about?
Breaking. Julio Jones will not face death penalty today, which was yesterday. Oklahoma's governor Stitt. Is that how you say it?
Stitt.
I thought it was a shit. Damn it.
Stitt. 220.
So he commuted Julio Jones' sentence to life without the possibility of parole, but at least they didn't kill him, right?
Yeah, I don't know enough about the story, but the way our justice system works, right. I'm kind of like,
I haven't taken a deep dive into that actual case, so I couldn't say either, but I was following that they were going to execute him, and I'm glad that got commuted.
Yeah, if he's...
I just don't think that we should be executing anyone.
Well, if there's a question of guilt, then for sure, but I don't know how they,
I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some monsters that need to be
put down, but and that's hypocrisy. But looking at the history of this, people have been put to death and then found to be innocent later.
There's too many, man. There's too fucking many. And it's these overzealous prosecutors trying to make a name for themselves, corrupt judges. I mean, all the people crying that our justice system is broken this week. It's like, well, where the fuck have you been? Because it's been broken my whole entire life.
I see you got a weather report here.
I do. This is freaking horrifying too.
Wow.
Huge hailstorm.
Wow, look at that.
I think they showed the size. They're the size of softballs. I mean, we get those. We always have got those here in the U.S., especially in, the Midwest.
I got a mobile home. That would punch holes in my roof.
How could a human even survive if they're getting bigger? Look at this.
Look at the windshield.
All the windows are bashed out.
This isn't new. This has been happening for the last couple of years. The frequency's been more and more and more. So,
The South African Meteorological Service classified the hail as a superstorm.
Poor South Africa. They have no water.
They
got hail balls now.
They got hail balls.
But nothing could prepare them for the total chaos left by the hurricane.
Look at the size
Early
of those
this
things.
morning, the South African Meteorological Service issued a warning for severe thunderstorms with strong, destructive winds and hail in the leveled areas of Mpumalanga and Limpopo. Heavy hail that struck Lichtenberg and led to serious material and transport damage.
Mess up my trailer park.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it's we've been fortunate, but I know that BC and Upper Washington got flooded last week.
So bad. The
real
flooding up here
horrific.
is so bad. You still can't get out to the west end of the Olympic Peninsula.
So you're okay
there's
where
like
you're
8
at, right?
different mudslides. Yeah, about 30 miles further west. You can't go any further on Highway 101 because there's like 8 different mudslides all the way out to Nia Bay. They're literally using boats to go through forks. It's shocking the amount of flooding that we saw up here. But I don't think that's the end of it because we've got the Pineapple Express this year, which means we're going to have that river effect on us, which is good for California because California actually gets rain when that happens.
But it's not snowpack. You know,
it melted the snowpack. That's what happened. That's why we got all the damn flooding.
So what's is this real?
Yeah, I found this interesting. So more than 20 African countries have joined together to plant a giant wall of trees that will run across the continent to stop the spread of the Saharan desert. The Great Green Wall of Africa will stretch for over 7,000 kilometers from coast to coast right across the continent, which I think this is smart. The Saharan is literally eating the continent.
Well, obviously, if 20 countries got together, they have agricultural engineers on it, so it's not going to be just like pissing in the wind, I hope.
That used to be green in our lifetimes. A much vast majority of that was greener. You could go up, half that line.
So deforestation screwed it up?
Deforestation screwed it up,
Okay.
developing. And so the way the rivers are running now, if they don't stop it, the whole thing is going to be nothing but a vast desert.
It's not nice to destroy Mother Nature. It's going to come back and bite you in the ass. You brought this one from Georgie?
Yes. Georgie says governments don't want an intellectual population because people who can think critically can't be. They want a public just smart enough to pay taxes and dumb enough to keep voting and electing corrupt politicians. He's right.
Yeah, he's right. And he's wherever he's at.
He's right.
He's looking at us, just shaking his head like all the rest of them.
I told you. Yeah, I told you.
We've got something special here for everybody tonight because what we're doing with the reface, we want to credit those that we steal their heads, their bodies from, and put our faces on. And I thought it was, like I said, I themed this tonight with the TV show The Avengers with Patrick McNee. And, it started out with Honor Blackman, and then it went to Diana Rigg, and then they had the other girl. I can't remember who played her, but I made this reface strictly for entertainment tonight. I hope it doesn't get punked on the stream. If it does, you can go over to Rockfin and watch it. They won't take it down. But I used a cover, not original, like I did last week with Zager and Evans. But this came out real nice. Had a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy it. Shanda, this is to my partner here, Shanda.
Thanks.
Dedicate to you and all your work and efforts. Thank you so much. And
I love playing dress up.
Yeah. So Shanda knocks it out of the park. So here's to you, Shanda. Everybody, I hope you enjoy this. It's fun.
What do you see, Madam Peel?
I see you and I on the scene.
Something lurking in the background?
Yes. It comes closer. I see you attacked by 2 large...
What?
Things.
I dispose of them? I do dispose of them.
No, I do.
Well, what'd you think?
I loved it. Oh my gosh, all those great 60s outfits. I wish. I wasn't alive in that era, so I didn't get to watch Avengers. I watched reruns, but
Yeah, that like I said, my mom and I watched that. She enjoyed the hell out of it. Diana Rigg was a lot of the young men's heartthrobs back then.
I bet.
And she was in Game of Thrones recently. She just passed away last year. Gonna miss her, but she was big into stage and acting and really, I don't know what kind of cloth she was cut from, how we're always bagging on Hollywood and shit libs and stuff. But, all of these people some way influenced me. Doris Day, so all of them,
Poor Doris.
Yeah, Doris was big into the Humane Society, rescues and things. But I'm hoping that she was a good person, but I do recognize her fantastic contribution to acting, the artisans over the years. And you just did a great face job on her. And I was in there with Steve. But again, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you and Linda and Amber and Hunter and all those that we work with over at Roar. So I'm going to do that once in a while. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
We hope you liked it. It looks like a lot of you did. So thanks again for the thumbs up. And it does take a little bit to reface that stuff. So go ahead and, pat.
Kate says, Oz, that was so beautiful and sweet. You are so lucky, Chanda. I am so lucky to have a partner like Oz.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kate. We're lucky to have chatters like you. You guys are great.
Yeah.
You guys are great. But we still got treats coming up. As a matter of fact, we've got Steve Cutler coming up and Pat the Batman fan. And Pat's doing one that earwormed me ever since I put it in the deck.
I know, right? I just barely clicked on it. You hear it now.
Yeah, I can hear it in my head. But you brought this. This
is so fitting. So COVID emergency powers, government. Why shouldn't I keep it? So yeah.
And if it wasn't that, it would be some imperial bullshit. So again, where we all align on, let's work together and not fight and divide ourselves. Where we don't, let's just leave it, please, and try and get along, because we're gonna die if we don't get together. Anyway, it's time. It's time for Steve Cutler Live. And Steve told me this week that I inspired him to get outside and do this. And thank you, Steve, for doing this. We like the outside stuff, too. We like it. We love it all. We love you and Lucky and Leo and Peaches. And Steve's out there, knocking them down, picking them up every day, just about every day, doing pre-shows and entertaining.
It's tough.
It's hard out there. So if you can help Steve out, that'd be great. You're helping all of us out, our sisters and brothers. Steve, here we go. Steve Cutler Live. This is a great little tune. Loved it, Steve.
Leo.
Cuts through my neighborhood. Somehow that always just made me feel good. And I could put a spare bulb in my hand, light up my yard. Late at night when the wires in the walls sing in tune with the din of the falls, I'm conducting it all while I sleep to light this whole town. And if you question what I would do to get over and be with you, lift you up over everything to light up my room. Yeah. There's a shopping cart in the ravine. Foam on the creek is like popping ice cream. Field full of tires that is always on fire to light my way home. And there are luxuries we can't afford, but in our house we never get bored. radio station that plays in our teeth. And if you question what I would do to get over and be with you, I lift you up over everything to light up my room, my room. Hydrofield cuts through my neighborhood. Somehow that always just made me feel good. And I can put a spare bulb in my hand to light up my yard. Lights up my yard. Lights up my yard.
Another great freaking song from Steve Color Live. Steve, thank you.
Yeah, Steve, I got to tell you, I'm really partial to those outside ones.
I know, me too.
I don't know what it is. It's just there's something different. Of course,
the outside acoustics.
Yeah, the acoustics are different, but you know, I'm glad that you're getting out and getting some fresh air. I'm sure you're taking Leo and Lucky and Peaches out there with you. So, and Steve, you know what? You want a song highlighted? 3 to 4 minutes. Just punch it out and tag me, man, and I'll put it up. We love it and we appreciate it. Again, Steve Cutler Live, Lucky Burrito Arts and Music. Support our sisters and brothers. You got a super race that you want to call?
Yeah, we got a couple of super rays over on the Rock Fan. Alwalski. Hey, Alwalski, how you healing up there? And let's see. I know there's another one. Aram.
Yeah.
To you who do you so well. Thank you.
Yeah, Aram ripped us good last night with the report on the torturing of the monkeys and stuff. And
I couldn't handle that.
It was tough. It was hard. I couldn't hardly sit here and watch that, Aram.
Yeah.
It was horrendous, and we are such a rotten species in so many ways. And I know at the core of our being, that's not who we are. So,
monkeys, man.
So again, speaking of rays and things like that, you know what I did this week?
What did you do?
I sent out some prizes for the Halloween party.
That's right. You and I haven't even had a chance to talk since you got those out.
Yeah.
Yay. So some of our friends got stuff coming in the mail.
Yeah, keep an eye on that. And honestly, the people that gave me their addresses got something. The ones that we don't. And Kate, I didn't send, it's Canada, but I want to tell you something. We want to send you something special to Kate because I need your address again because Joey accidentally deleted my emails for the last 10 years.
Oh, that's right. You lost all your emails.
Lost all my emails, all my addresses, everything else, but Chanda had the addresses that we needed.
I didn't have Kate's though. I didn't have Kate's. And
yeah,
I think
we need Snorkies, and who else do we need? We need one other.
Hold on, I got the list.
Yeah, yeah, we'd like to send you all something just for participating, and if you were there and you don't get something, say, hey, where's the beef, guys?
Yeah, we need.
We
Kate's,
really do.
Pat and Jamie, of course, and Snorky Mitchell.
Yeah, so
send us your DM your addresses to us. So we promise we'll keep them confidential and we won't spam you.
We won't spam you. We won't send them to Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg or Jeff Bezos. So anyway, just to let you know, keep an eye on the mail. Hope you get it. I hope it's in one piece.
Yeah, we appreciate all the help for the Halloween party.
Yeah, we really do. It was a lot of fun. And Shanda's, what did you say you wanted to do for New Year's? What you wanted?
I don't know. I think that we should have like the audience, like we should come up with 3 and then let everybody vote. So I've got pajama party as one. I've got Phantom of the Opera or masquerade type thing. I don't know. Could those be the same thing? I don't know. But I don't know. You guys tell me what you guys think a fun party would be.
Yeah, you said mentioned Wizard of Oz, I think, at one
Oh
point.
yeah, we talked about doing the Wizard of Oz or Rocky Horror. Yeah. Come
Well,
on.
if you do I Dream a Genie, I've already got the costume.
Oh, you make a beautiful genie. If you guys haven't seen Oz's genie, you haven't done a lot of your characters. I love your Pippi. Your Pippi.
I've been building tech for the last 4 months, and it's just been a nightmare. You brought this. What is this?
If you think if the free market works so well, why do corporations need $93 billion in annual government subsidies? Oz, why do you ask that?
Oh my God. Yeah, no shit. And qualified immunity. So against lawsuits, that's another thing.
Qualified immunity. It's like tattooed on my brain now.
Yeah, that's the catchphrase in DC circles. Hey, you got qualified immunity. You're in luck. You're good shape. Now give me my payment. Okay, Stoner Corner.
I love the Stoner Corner. I have a note that says, he. I added the Rittenhouse bong meme, Linda. Thank you, Linda. I think it's hilarious. He definitely has the bong rip face. And doctor, how many times do you get high a day? I don't know. I'm a stoner, not a fucking accountant. The other one's smoking weed doesn't make you stupid. Being stupid makes you stupid. And people who say that money can't buy happiness have apparently never had money and used money to buy a bag of weed.
There you go. I think that's true. Steve?
Stoner Corner, but I have a little bit of a part two of Stoner Corner tonight, and I backed it up with a cute little video. Joe Rogan podcast, they're starting to animate little clips, and some of them are freaking hilarious. And here's one with Joey Diaz.
Yeah, any Joe Rogan haters, just go to the bathroom and we'll be back.
Hate if you want to hate.
Hate if you want to hate. We're trying not to hate. So here we go. I haven't watched this. You sent it to me the other day. I've been too busy.
The bog face on that kid, yeah.
I can get stoned as a motherfucker and go on stage. So Friday I went to the store, and I swear to God, guys, I didn't eat nothing all day. I had smoked some pot. I worked out. Before I left the house, there was a little brownie, a 70 milligram brownie. I had like maybe 13 carbs left for the day. I was fucking starving. This little brownie is right there. It was a half a pack of an Anarchy edible. They give you 2 brownies. Each brownie is 70 milligrams.
That's so crazy. That's so scary.
I rub my balls with 70 milligrams. You understand me? 70 milligrams for Uncle Joey is like an aperitif. It's not even a fucking
Explain to the rest of the world, 70 milligrams will put you into a fucking hole.
Do you know I gave Lee 500 last night? He puked.
500?
We split it.
Jesus Christ. Did you say 500 milligrams?
We split 1,000 milligram edible.
Did you hear that Alice in Chains song, Down in a Hole?
Oh my God, listen to me, Doug. We split it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh my God, what are you trying to prove?
By 7 o'clock, I was so fucked up. By 8 o'clock, and you know what, usually when you eat, you tame the animal?
Yeah.
Fuck no. This turned on me. This edible turned on me, dog, like a savage. He beat me into submissions. At one point, I had the cheese doodles that belongs to the baby Pirate's booty.
Yeah.
They were on the floor. They were just coming out of my face. I was just stuffing them. I was just stuffing Pirate's booty in my face and a pear. I couldn't stop. I kept eating peaches and Pirate's booty, pears and Pirate's booty, cantaloupe and Pirate's booty. I must have ate the whole. Even my wife was like, because I had my back turned to them so they couldn't see me. My wife's like, what the fuck are you doing in here? I go, listen, I gotta go to bed. She goes, go to bed already. I went to bed at 8:45. I slept till 4. I got up. I didn't know where I was. I just lay there for 30 minutes like Mad Max. I just laid there. I was confused.
So you woke up at 4 in the morning, you didn't know where you were?
Solo. At 4:30, I woke up with a ton of energy. I went in the shower. I washed the car. I went for breakfast. Oh, my God. I was fucked up. And I kept calling Lee and saying, Lee, if the cops call you, don't answer the phone. He goes, why are the cops on the call? I go, I don't know, but don't answer.
That was great.
Awesome.
And
It's awesome they started animating those and putting those little clips out. Joey Diaz, come on, Uncle Joey is hilarious.
you know, that's where the talent goes. And I know that Linda and Hunter and you and Amber and I, we can do this stuff. And we've been saying we're trying to do it. We are. And when we can,
slowly getting there.
we're very close. Linda and I are going to school in Da Vinci, and we've got other animation programs. One of these days, we're going to surprise you with some funny stuff. But we always need writers. So if you guys ever want to write a script, Pat,
you're funny,
Pat, if you want to write a script or participate, you got a great voice too, Steve, Lucky, all you guys, write something. We'll try and get it in, and we'll try and animate it. So speaking of Pat, the Batman fan, thanks for the earworm here, Pat. I love the earworm. I enjoyed the hell out of this. This is back when I was going to clubs, I think. Saved by Zero by Pat the Batman.
I was a
fan.
kid.
Yeah, here we go.
Maybe someday, saved by zero, I'll be more together, stretched by fewer thoughts that lead me chasing after my dreams. Disown me, loaded with danger. Maybe I will. Saved by zero. Maybe I will. Saved by zero. Holding on to words that teach me. I will conquer space around me. Maybe I will. Saved by zero. 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 Saved by zero. Maybe I will. Saved by zero. Maybe I will. Saved by zero. Maybe I will. Saved by zero. Who needs to win? Saved by zero. 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 Saved by saved by saved by zero. Saved by zero. Saved by saved by saved by zero. Saved by saved by saved by zero. Saved by saved by saved by zero. Saved by zero.
Good job,
I
Pat.
loved it. I love 80s. I just, and he's right. I love the Pat facts that you get up on the screen. It reminds me of pop-up video, some shit we had on MTV back in the 90s. They pop up facts like on the video, but That's what that reminds
No, that was great. And if you can help out Pat the Batman fan, Karaoke Closet, Jamie Kuhn Music, please support our sister and brother there as well. We're a fam. We want to support each other. And I'm running out of stuff, Pat. We need more stuff, brother. So I'll reach out to Pat again this week. I know it's a tough week, Thanksgiving week, but this next story pissed me off.
Oh, did you actually watch this?
Yeah, I did.
I couldn't believe this. I thought this was a bullshit story because we have this property summit guy downtown Seattle that does podcasts. And I saw him talking about this and I was like, no, that can't be true. I'm like, come on, he's exaggerating, right wing, being over exaggerating. No, apparently now you can get an escort if you're downtown Seattle because there's so much crime happening in front of the courthouse.
Yeah, well, I think they're just using this as an excuse to screw with people again, too.
Yet again, blue ran, city, state.
Yep, here we go. All right. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I didn't.
City Hall Park, which is right next to the King County Courthouse, has been empty for weeks now. Its future could be under the hands of King County, which claims it could do a better job at handling public safety here. City Hall Park in downtown Seattle, once filled with transients, is now cleared.
Aesthetically, it looks a lot nicer, and yes, it's much more safe. You can get by a lot easier.
But what's out of sight for courthouse employee Cindy Goodwin isn't out of mind.
Because they're not there right now. So do you see all the tents lined up right down there? That's where they are now. And they're down on the next street.
Clearing the park was one step toward improving public safety after an attempted sexual assault at the courthouse this summer and a stabbing that killed a man at the park in June. Safety concerns have been high for years, with King County now offering security escorts for county employees walking to a nearby bus stop. The next step is for this city park to become a county one.
That'll give us a lot stronger hand in terms of keeping it safe.
King County Council members Reagan Dunn and Jeannie Cole-Wells say it's a win-win situation.
We could have purchased the park, but it seemed like a land swap would be the best arrangement.
Both the King County Council and Seattle City Council reached an agreement to transfer ownership of the park to the county. In exchange, the city will get 13 county-owned properties that include the South Park Bridge and Cesar Chavez Park. The swap helps the city expand parkland while helping King County achieve what it calls a safer downtown civic campus. As for how the county will do a better job at keeping the area safe, Dunn points to more control and a better staffed King County Sheriff's Office.
Seattle Police Department, who have now lost 325 police officers in the city of Seattle, with a huge increase in crime as a result of that, just aren't in a position, unwilling or unable, or whatever it is, to do the enforcement necessary to keep it safe.
Some say it goes beyond policing.
I think any entity would like to take care of it, but I don't think we have enough resources for mental health and for housing, and I think that's the issue.
Well, that's where I agree with that lady, for sure.
Oh, Karen?
Yeah, Karen. Yeah, I mean,
that was a total
people are not disposable. Every demographic, whether it's suburban or in the poorer neighborhoods or in the richer neighborhoods, have crazies that are going to stab the shit out of somebody. It happens all the time, but I agree. We need to...
It's a lack of mental health. It's a lack of everything.
Everything.
You don't see Democrats dumping money into any of that at the state level, at the county level. They're just like, push it off on somebody else. Okay, we'll swap land with you if you agree to deal with this shit. It's basically...
They just shove more money into law enforcement. Law enforcement? Is that... No, they shove more money into militarizing the police.
Right, because we're not seeing a lot. I mean, last week I brought that video of that guy walking through the store in Seattle with a shopping cart full of beer, and the cops don't respond, they don't arrest. And we've seen multiple reports. There was an in-depth one that I want to say CBS did up here not too long ago, where they go ask the cops why this guy's been arrested 600 times and he's out on the street the next day. Why are you guys doing this? And they're just like, that's the way that the judges and, what we're enforcing, we're allowed to enforce downtown. And so they're not enforcing.
Well, the Seattle City Council did not vote to cut police funding. So
no, they didn't. Oh, hell no. No, not after last summer when, they had a couple blocks hijacked and taken over. They're like, I can't let that shit happen again.
Oh, no, you ain't going to do that. You're not going to unite and chop the city down. It's Hollywood time. I see you brought one of my most unfavorite titles here.
Okay, so I have to give a trigger warning. This is 18 or over content. If you got little kids in the room, probably not the best thing to have them listening to this. So I came across this podcast, which is H3H3 Productions. And, everybody's always touting how great Rick and Morty is. Rick and Morty is so intelligent, so smart. The writers are so smart because they're thinking of this futuristic, transhumanism and the portholes and dimensions and, they're educated, but they are sick, twisted effers. And this is Justin Rowland. Now, it's created by Dan Harmon. And if you follow me, I'm always bitching about how disgusting Dan Harmon is and that he should be completely ran out of the business for his lewd and rude and crude attitude to many sexual things. And now you see this shit popping up on Rick and Morty, the innuendos and shit that's kind of subtly wrote into the scripts, which if you're paying attention, a lot of it is incest and child pee, that word you're not allowed to say on YouTube. And it's like, what the fuck? Why is this stuff so woven into this? But I just happened to catch the creator calling out Ben Makowitz, of all frickin' people, for making comments about incest porn. Ew. And the fact that they were even talking about it disgusts me. But if you know who Ben Makowitz is, he's the Turner Classic Movie dude where he goes over and hosts, the silver screen shit. And you also might know him from TYT.
Yeah, Ben, I used to follow Ben and kind of agree with him, but anymore, not so
Oh,
much.
you want to agree with this after this clip?
All right.
Trigger
Mentioned
warning.
flat Earth. Yeah, a bunch of normal people who are saying surround you.
G-Men.
Oh, they're trying to say
they censoring him. But is there a better caption for this? Like how it feels when I
mention space is fake.
How it feels when I say I don't like incest porn.
The problem is all the hottest girls are in fucking incest porn videos.
So you end up watching.
So if you're scrolling through like, oh, she's cute, and then it's a fucking brother sister thing. All right, whatever. Turn the volume down.
Well, the
I don't want to hear the dialogue.
great line. Here, let me show you the greatest line ever.
The best way to experience this movie would be, if you have to watch it, turn it on TV at home when it comes out on DVD and turn the sound completely off. And then as you're cleaning the house or you've got a party going on, you need the kids to stay occupied. That'll make this a lot more
That's how
interesting.
I had to watch incest porn.
What?
Yeah, turn the sound down. Then it's just porn.
I'm so confused. Okay. Or if you're on an airplane.
They threw him under the bus.
Because it makes sense.
I mean,
but I think he came with the incest porn 2 out of left field.
I mean, I totally.
He's
like, so
whoa.
right though.
Listen to it.
I love that we're talking about the kids movie and you bring up incest porn.
I'm just saying every guy gets that moment when a friend hands them the box of old porn, right? And one of the tapes was incest porn.
And that's why we call this show After Dark.
Yeah, that was an old clip. That doesn't change the words and the context. Yeah.
No, that was an old clip. Absolutely was an old clip. But the fact that
I'm not trying
Rowland
to.
is talking about how gross he is, but he's the one sitting there saying, well, all the hot chicks do it.
Yeah.
It's just, I find it offensive and disgusting. And that's the type of garbage that's over on TYT. It's Ben Makowitz and people talking up how great Rick and Morty is.
Can we cut to the dance off and skip this next one?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Because that one's, it is.
Oh, yeah, we're really late in the hour.
Yeah, it is dance off time. And we got to give this, we got to spin the Chanda around the
I got to work for my money.
Yeah, there you go. This is After Dark. So, what is that? Footy pajamas you're wearing in that?
It is.
It is.
Got to have my footies.
I got to tell you before this gets going, I'm going to concede out of the gate because you're so good in this one.
I haven't even seen them.
So. I think Chanda kills it here. And if you guys disagree with me, vote for me. Is that reverse logic? I don't know. Anyway, without further ado, Chanda is going to give us some modern dance here.
Like a monkey, I've been dancing my whole life. But you just beg to see me dance just one more time. Ooh, I sing to every time. Oh my, I like your style. You make me wanna cry. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So they said, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, yeah. And when you're done, I'm back to do it all again. They say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, yeah. And when you're done, I'm back to do it all again.
I don't think I can touch
I gotta
that.
catch my breath. Yeah, that winded me.
Yeah, it sure did. That was really good. Oh my God, Chanda already. Wow.
Yeah, you gotta see Oz. Oz is pretty good. He's got some fancy footwork going on.
Yeah. This guy's name is, I think it's Justin. He's from Germany, and man, oh man, he does have the footwork. But I think Chanda, you got this one wrapped up. It's got to be two. It's got to be two ahead, and then one tie, and you're ahead of me again. Okay, here we go. All right. Chanda, I concede.
You concede. I liked your moves. You had some fancy footwork.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't salt it.
It was the
off.
heels. Dancing in freaking 4-inch heels. Let me tell you, it'll do it every time.
Yeah. It's and again, I'm doing these right now because Chanda doesn't have the means. I don't think you have the ability to make these now, so I'm doing them all. Is that right?
No, I actually can. I just got to get refaced now. Remember, we had to reset my system, so I need to put reface back on it, and then I'll be good to go. But I did get my phone working again, so I had to dump all my downloads so I could have room to put more stuff on it.
All right, because I'm picking all these winners for you, and I just,
I pick winners for you too. Peace, Dove, Chanda, you're gonna hurt tomorrow. Yeah, dancing in those heels is gonna kick my ass for sure.
You did a good job here. I love this. This is great.
Spock here, Captain Kirk. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilization.
Live long and prosper, Miranda.
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
The crew will not understand it. It is not logical that you are Serac. Live long and prosper.
I really like that, except it looks like I don't have any teeth.
Live long and prosper.
Yeah, I like being Spock, but there's no teeth, man.
No teeth. Freaking reface.
Yeah, so what's the movie we got here tonight?
Okay, so the movie is called Durner Contact, The Takeoff by 7 students of Bassart, and this is CG Bros.
Oh, okay, cool. So last week's movie was great. I'm sure this is going to be good too. Looks like the same company.
The animation on this one's really good.
All right.
Okay. Camera says it. All right.
Wow. That.
That was fun.
I thought it was cute. I thought you'd like it.
Yeah, I liked it. That was great. Thank you for picking out these fun little movies on our show for Saturday night. What do we have here?
Oh, I added fashion.
Oh,
We
you
missed
brought a fashion
last week.
Oh,
I
yeah.
brought a fashion.
Yeah, I saw this fashion. It's really. Are you kidding me?
Fashion.
What's with that? Buck teeth?
Buck teeth. God, I guess decorating them. I don't know. I need some diamond hanging off my teeth.
Yeah, but I think I'd rather give you a carrot. What?
How can you eat with those?
Yeah. Well, I've had.
I'm assuming they're acrylic.
Well, I have the same problem with long fingernails. How do you do anything when you got fingernails hanging
Oh,
down?
I
your
have
butt?
super long nails and they're mine. So I don't know. I've always had them.
Yeah.
How do you use your hand? I mean,
You grow those naturally, huh?
Yep.
Wow, good for you.
I've wore fake nails for so many years that I just know how to use my fingers without using my nails as tools.
Huh? I just trim my nails. Don't they look great? Yeah.
They look awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Clooney would be jealous.
So we got some Thanksgiving memes here. I think Linda brought us a couple of these too, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is thinking about Thanksgiving. This is me.
Yeah, I gotta say I haven't picked up my turkey yet. I hope I don't have a problem locating one because I keep hearing rumors that there's none around. But
No
I guess I'll
turkey.
find out.
Well, I've got an extra one if you want to come down and get it.
No, I'm gonna go to the store and get one. I just haven't gone to the store yet. So I'm hoping by the time I get there,
Yeah.
there's still turkey.
I'm not a turkey fan. I don't care for turkey, and maybe it's that I'm starting to get rid of meat more and more.
Yeah, no, I more and more I am too. And yeah, I have a hard time with meat, a really hard time. I don't eat it very often anymore.
Yeah, I'm kind of
So-
no meat.
No meat. So November doesn't have in afternoons. It just has morning until 2 and then night. Yeah,
No
I'm feeling
shit.
that way.
No, we've been having that too, and I had to reset my lights on the front porch, because they need to come on at 4. So
Yeah.
it's like crazy. By the way, Linda made this meme wishing
Oh, that's so
everybody
pretty.
happy Thanksgiving, support mutual aid, be giving, be thankful. We want everybody to have a safe and happy
Yes.
Thanksgiving.
You know, last year for B&B, I literally took you guys to the food bank with me to go pick up my holiday basket. And the mile, if you remember, the line was a couple miles long. You just drove through. They gave you, I think I got a $25 gift card last year for a turkey and some fresh produce. And then they gave you a box of, with some potatoes and stuff in it. This year, because they are serving so many in our community, they could only do $15 cards and the few things that you got in the box. So, all of these systems that people have relied on, I've relied on food banks my whole entire life, are under much more weight than they've ever been under. So now it's even more important, especially in the winter. I mean, not just for the holidays, but in the winter, that's when people are looking to the food banks more. In the summer, there's fresh produce, things are more abundant. It's really when we need help at the food bank. So
Yeah, help
give it
your
a
food
go.
bank. Now you're taking care of several people at your home too, aren't you?
Oh, I am the matriarch of a huge family. Are you kidding? So yeah, I feed. And then I have always had a policy with Thanksgiving, and everybody knows if somebody doesn't have a place to go or somebody needs food, they are more than welcome, or I take them a plate. I've
been there, done that, and we're not doing it this year, but we just kind of like the holidays aren't really holidays anymore.
I know.
So
I know. I'm kind of reaching a point. I think you noticed that I've just snapped. I've been locked down for almost 2 years, because I went into lockdown much sooner than everybody else because my partner had a heart attack 6 weeks before COVID hit. So I was literally locked down from November of 2019. And I'm just at a point now where I got to get back out. It's killing my soul not to be out giving back, or, organizing or working on things or, trying to make a difference. I mean, we're trying to make as much as a difference as we can by doing these shows and, getting information out and supporting our brothers and sisters that are out there like Convo Couch that are, getting really good information out. But I can't wait to be out on the streets doing it myself.
Well, I can't wait for you to be out on the streets either, but I don't have a choice with my
Oh, I
living
know.
situation.
You're the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, I
right?
have to be.
Yeah.
But I am getting outside, and like I said, it was refreshing watching Steve do his song outside.
Yeah.
So, just vicariously seeing people outside, at least getting some fresh air and this.
You can't live vicariously.
Yeah, I know, but I fortunately
You can try.
Oh, you've been here. You see, I get out in the back with the girls.
No, Oz has got a magnificent big place that you can tell you have to put a lot of work into.
Yeah, and it's magnificent because it's a big piece of dirt land that my wife and I garden and permaculture and everything else. It's all chickens and puppies and bears. Oh my!
Plants.
And we're fortunate, so we're privileged in that sense. They're just old buildings on a little piece of land, but I'm happy.
You know how important that's going to be with what we're looking at in the next couple of years.
Yeah,
I feel for the people that are living in apartments and duplexes and cities.
Yeah.
I mean, I live in a little tiny, trailer with a little tiny, front yard, but I still manage to get my plants and my pots outside growing. So I'm growing my own, veggies.
Well, these are the types of things I'm thankful for, and I'm happy, and I don't have to be Jeff Bezos and fly to the moon and give everybody
Nobody
the finger.
should be Jeff Bezos,
Yeah.
not even fucking Jeff Bezos. I'm going to tell my kids that these were the illegal immigrants.
Yeah, well, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I gotta say. Merch store, by the way, the Prezzies, like I said, we sent those out Thursdays. Thursday I sent those out, and you might have even got one today, some of you. But probably Monday, Tuesday. Chad Wilson, yours is probably going to be there like next Thursday or the day before. So you live like on the other side of the planet. So yeah, it's
Not
gonna be,
really.
Yeah, I know, but he's out there too. So Chad I put on Pony Express. So when that horse pulls up, get there. Thanks
Yeah,
again.
look for the horse.
Thanks again, Chad, for joining us on the Halloween party and everybody else.
And for helping me out last week.
Yeah, that was terrific. Great interview. The merch store, if you're so
It's our
inclined.
most liked interview on Rumble, I might add.
Yeah, we're making great gains on Rumble, sort of, I guess. But we're doing the Rumble thing, and if you want to support us, give us some change out of the ashtray or out of the jar that's been in the garage for the last 15 years. PayPal me, Patreon. We like Patreon. They get their cut, but it's great. We have I'm going to check Super Rays. I think AREM dropped into the Super Ray. Sorry, I'm late getting to this, AREM. Oh, God, I got a couple of them there. To you who do so well. And let's see. File a Freedom of Information Act and request to retrieve your deleted emails, Oz. I will look into that.
That's a great idea.
My main concern with those emails is that they go someplace and really get shredded, and they don't go to a waste dump and people can hack into them. That's the only thing.
Yeah, they don't go away. Nothing goes away. Nothing. Ever. Nothing you do, nothing you say.
Yeah, it was actually kind of relieving to get rid of them because I had 64,000.
I told you it is. Yeah.
64,000 emails. That was like from 10 years, maybe
Don't
longer.
worry, they'll build up fast. I just cleaned mine and I'm already out like 10K.
Yeah,
so
I've got
they build up really fast.
When I started really getting in the net back in 1999, I think I was a little late, but I was getting 200 emails a day.
Yeah.
And that's insane.
I've deleted and unsubscribed. Most of the Democrats I dumped. I had so many from being inside the Democratic Party that now I just unsub. But some of them make it freaking impossible to unsub from them.
Yeah, I just dump them. But I just, I made a promise to myself every 30 days clean them. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to go out with a fun song tonight. We have any announcements besides Thanksgiving?
No, what announcements? Let's see. We've got the dive on Monday, and then I definitely know to hell and back on Thursday because it's going to be Thanksgiving, right? And then Maybe I'll throw something together for the accidental activists for Friday, but I'm thinking we're going to have to make a tinfoil hat trip because there's lots of stuff we need to be talking about. And Ghislaine Maxwell is definitely one of them. I can't believe that trial starting on, well, it's already started, but really starting on Monday. And nobody in the media is talking about it. They have paid big bucks to sweep this freaking trial under the rug. They don't want the world watching. They don't want the world even paying fucking attention when the whole world should be paying attention. This was an international sex trafficking ring with the most rich elites around the world. Why is nobody questioning it? You know, so maybe we should do that on Friday.
Yeah, if you're up to it. But Thanksgiving, once again, we're gonna plead super busy. Linda and I are working on DaVinci Resolve. If you guys are interested in video editing, download the free version of DaVinci Resolve. There's a lot of classes and YouTubes out there. If you want to do that, go for it. I can't say enough about that. And besides, it's not Adobe. Yeah. So that's and it's. I think it's better from what I said. Next week, Beauty and the Boomer. I think we're going to do some film noir stuff. So it'll be black and white stuff next week.
Ooh, let's go all black and white next week.
Yeah,
okay,
let's do it. I know, Chad Wilson, you should join us next week because you like black and white. So I think we're going to do some film noir next week, and I'll give you a hint. They had a dog named Rasta or Hasta. So if you know who I'm talking about, that's what we're going to be going for. This is Pop Gun Sounds of the 80s. Now, who is this? No, they're doing Love Shack, right?
They're doing Love Shack, but I think they're one of those wedding singer bands, but they do a great job.
Cool.
They kill it.
I was a wedding DJ. Thank you, everybody. Shanda, you were fantastic as usual.
Thanks.
Thanks for all the support. Thank you, Arim Alwalski, and Arim again, and all of you who helped the show out. Again, it's always a pleasure seeing you. Thank you, Pat, the Batman fan, Jamie Kuhn, Steve Cutler live, and Lucky Burrito Arts and Music. They have Lucky's got another stream going on. Check that out. Was there anything? Did I miss anything? Oh, Steve Cutler's got a Substack. Did you know that? He just started it today. So go over there and subscribe to Steve Cutler's Substack. He promises great stories, and I just said that. I don't know if he's promised it yet. So I'm speaking for you, Steve. You better whack me around. Anyway, Pop Gun, thanks again, Shanda. Thank you, everybody from Roar and Beauty and the Boomer. We'll see you Monday night for the dive, and God knows what that's going to be. I'm just waiting for the next shoe to fall. So thank you, Shanda.
Right.
Bye.
Have a great weekend.